Hi, everyone. My name is Celia Shea. I'm a communications officer with AUPE, and I'm here today talking with Vice President Kevin Barry. We're talking about post-secondaries. Can we just start by you telling the listeners a little bit about your background?
Yeah, I was at the University of Calgary for about 33 years, and I worked in the audiovisual department there, so providing supports for classes for students.
So you started in '86, which means that you really worked through the Klein era of austerity when Alberta arguably saw this really big shift in its universities and colleges. So how does that period in the 90s kind of compare with Kenney's attacks on post-secondary today?
So there were certainly a lot of tight years, and being in the audiovisual department, we held a lot of our equipment together with gaffer tape, which the AV folks would be used to keep things running. And what's different now is that Kenney seems to be attacking the institutions at their base, where they're to provide a well-rounded education for people, and it seems to be that the UCP and the Jason Kenney is scared of people that are educated and that can fight back against the proposals that they do have. Sadly, we don't see the leadership in the post-secondary world saying much publicly.
Totally, yeah. And it's really the rank and file membership that's taking on this fight. So can you talk a bit about the Save Advanced Education campaign? Why now? Why is AUPE taking up this fight? And what have AUPE members done to date?
Well, the AUPE members, initially were doing information pickets, trying to get support amongst themselves and build up the membership to be able to fight back against these cuts. They've done the picture campaign. They've done a campaign to sign the petition, and they're continuing to fight in different ways and plan different things in the background to make sure that they can fight as best they can. We did do a drive-by rally at the Minister of Advanced Education's office, which was very successful during a pandemic.
Budget 2021 just dropped. That was on February 10th. And post-secondaries, they've really raced right to the top of the UCP's hit list. 750 more job cuts in post-secondary alone. What will that mean to Alberta communities?
Well, that's, and again, the 750 cuts are what are proposed in the budget. We know that some of the major institutions are taking anywhere from 6 to 11% cuts. These are hundreds of millions of dollars from their Campus Alberta grants. And now they're all going to have to go out and beg the corporate world for funds to be able to run their institutions, to do the research that they have worked many years to perfect. Now they're going to have to essentially go begging to be able to run their institutions. And it's going to mean less access for people, especially in rural Alberta. We're unsure of what's going to happen with the campuses. They're probably going to shrink. When you cut that much money out of the post-secondary world, it makes it very, very difficult to continue to provide the services that folks need in the communities that they live and work in.
In your mind, how are AUPE members uniquely positioned to lead the charge in this fight for public advanced education?
AUPE members are uniquely positioned in the way that they have a hand in every facet of the institutions. AUPE has folks that are, from caretakers to tech support like myself, to the lab support, to admin support, to keeping the places running with the facility support. So not only do we have probably the larger number of people at the post-secondary in comparison to some student populations and especially the faculty population, but we have our hands in every facet of how these organizations are run and are probably best positioned to see where we can effectively help fight back on these campaigns.